This box was headed to the dumpster. It came from a local bridal salon filled with gowns too damaged or outdated to sell. And their last hope was that someone like me could save them. Inside this mystery box, I'm hoping to find enough fabric, sparkle, and magic to recreate the viral rainbow dress I made for HopeScope, but this time for a very different reason. If I can pull this off, I'll be transforming a trash-bound disaster into a fairy tale dress for a teen affected by the floods in Western North Carolina. And this time, the ending might make you cry or twirl. Let's open the box. I've selected these 4 dresses and cleaned them. I feel like they have the most potential out of all of them that were in the boxes. See the trims hanging with them and the fabrics? I've already planned a theme for each dress transformation. This one we'll talk about last because this is the one that I decided would be the Rainbow Dress 2.0. This one, I'm not going to tell you the theme, okay? I want you to guess in the comments if you can tell what the theme will be. Look at this lace. Okay, so we're going to use some of this, some of this, some of this, a little bit of ostrich feather. All right, we're definitely going to take these off. They're not super pretty. What I'm picturing is cut it off above the knee and everything coming out below is going to be pink tulle, but graduating in intensity. So near the legs, it's going to be the deepest pink. And then as it makes its way out, it's going to get a little more pale. So when they kind of fluff the hem out for like a picture or something, you're going to see almost like a flower like this, how the intensity of the color changes. So that's what we're doing with that one. I'm so excited about that one. This one, oh my. I'm excited about this too, guys. I am inspired. I'm deeply inspired by all of these dresses, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I think this one will be my favorite in the end. But this one is kind of like on brand for my channel. I'm going to do kind of like a woodland whatever look with this dress. This is a very organic fabric. This is real silk organza. It's beautiful. But the dress is unlined. Like the skirt has no underskirt. It just has like this car wash top on it, which is, whoops, that's not gonna work. So we're going to take this dress. It's kind of like a, I don't know, bridesmaid's dress kind of look. We're gonna take that, cut the skirt off of that and line this with the green. And then we're going to, oh, before we do that, we're going to dip dye this dress in ombre. So the dark green, and it's gonna fade out to nothing as it gets up to the bodice. And we're definitely gonna be adding the leaf appliques in there. And I think this dress is going to be absolutely stunning. Look at the beadwork. So beautiful. And this bodice is real silk as well. I'm super excited about this dress. This dress is gonna make dreams come true. It is a designer dress that was made in New York City. So absolutely gorgeous. Let's talk about the rainbow dress. So this is the one that I felt like had the most potential to be Rainbow Dress 2.0. It has the basque waist, which is very, very popular right now. Basque waist. We're gonna work on the beading up here a little bit. I'm going to dip dye the top pink, and then we're gonna ombre the bottom with these colors. Aren't they beautiful? And then I also have some of the lace left over from Hope's project. I DM'd her and asked, like, what do I do with the leftover fabrics? Do you need it back? And she said, no, keep it. So that's what we're gonna do. And so we're gonna have a little bit of purple some pink in there, and then these iridescents ombre-ing their little ombre brains out. And look at how pretty this will be. This will be so pretty. I can add some pink beadwork in with this dress. All right, guys, I gotta get going on my project. I'm gonna record clips here and there of the things that I'm doing to the dresses, and then I'm gonna present them to you on a dress form and talk about them. And then we're gonna deliver them. We made a salty dye bath with Rit dye and dipped the bottom of that dress into the mixture. You definitely want to stick around because I have a huge surprise for you at the end. Hint, you may be able to get the Rainbow Dress 2.0. That's all I'm going to say for now. To properly set dye on silk, you just use a hot, dry iron. And then we did lots and lots of beadwork to the bodice. I'll show you more of that in a bit. It's so pretty. That's us having fun with the spray glitter. So I only put that toward the bottom of the skirt of this dress. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? It's like celestial. So this is the top before we added the other colors. You'll see the other colors in the beadwork in a minute. We added some vines and some green bicone stones to the skirt. Look at that. It looks like a starry night. It's so beautiful. I got very attached to this dress. Again, it was just such a nice quality to start with besides its flaws, but it cleaned up so nicely, and all the design changes that we did to it turned out beautifully in my opinion. There's all the green and gold that we added to the top. I love that look. We made this almost like a corsage on the waist of the dress. Now on to this Maggie Cedaro couture dress. This dress we probably put the least amount of work into. As you can see, remember we removed the bottom part of the skirt, so it no longer has a train. And this dark pink, remember that's going to be the lining. And then from there, we just bring the pink tulle layers out, so you get this ombre look. I'm just feeling ombre with this video. All these dresses have an ombre effect. And then we hand sewed that large embroidered floral detail to the front of the dress. You can see the beadwork on the dress was already exquisite. This is very high quality beadwork, also very high quality structure to this dress. It needed no improving in that area. So this is one of those dresses, it's not going to do it justice on a dress form. A young lady really has to put this on and feel the way that the support works for her. It's just a nice, narrow, traditional A-line shape. There's some of our layers. It's going to just flow and move beautifully on whoever decides to wear this. Whoa, there we go. So this was honestly such an experiment because this base fabric that this gown is made with is polyester and the skirt is nylon, and those kind of accept dye in questionable ways. I was not sure how the top was going to accept dye compared to the bottom, so I just dipped the whole thing knowing that I was going to do the graduated color change with new fabric in the skirt. So this is how she came up out of that water. She took to that pink like nothing I've ever seen before. I essentially used red Rit dye, and it was very diluted, as you could tell, and she came out so beautiful, guys. I could not believe it. So, you know, obviously, like I mentioned, we're really going to beef it up with the lace appliques, just like we did for Hope's dress, really kind of up the quality of this dress, do lots of beadwork, make her unforgettable. So there's that lace that we got from Hope's dress. We do still have some of that left over, so we can do the pickups in the skirt. Guys, my favorite part so far, the tiers here that we did, the pink, that greenish, the purple, and it's 2 layers under. So you don't get to see like the details of it shifting. It just does it. And you're like, how did that happen? So we don't have all the pickups in yet. We've done that. You can see we've already added lots of lace. There's my hand sewers working, busy little bees, and they've added some things. They're pinning up at the top just to see how it's going to look. And it's looking so pretty so far. I cannot wait for the big reveal. Now, if you guys want to see more in detail about how I'm doing these changes and you have questions, you want to do Q&As, you want to see me face to face discuss these changes and really take a deep dive, you can experience that in my membership. I'll link to that in the pinned comment and also the video description. But basically, you just go to bridalsewingcottage.com and there's going to be more information on there. There's all kinds of goodies involved in the membership, including my monthly giveaway of an upcycled gown. That's right. I'm going to show you guys the upcycle process, and I give that gown away to my members. So to be entered into that, you have to be a member. And I've purposely made it very, very affordable. So go to bridalsewingcottage.com after you watch this video for all the details about that. I'm having fun twirling. As you can tell, I put this on to see the twirlability, even though we still had lots of pickups and lots of hemming to go on it. What fun. And doesn't she sparkle? Somebody is going to have so much fun with this. Now, okay, let me just take a minute and let me tell you about where this dress is going. It's this dress and the dress with the rose. The mystery dress I was talking about in the beginning, that is going to be done behind closed doors with my membership. And the green dress, I have special plans for that as well, but that's not part of this giveaway. So let me tell you the plans. We took a trip down to the flood-ravaged western North Carolina. It was hit so hard by Hurricane Helene. I'm sure you guys saw that late last summer, the mudslides, the devastation. It was horrible for this area. Their infrastructure was wiped out, roads wiped out, school closed. A lot of people couldn't work. The cleanup work was just so overbearing. So I really wanted to bless this locality. So what I did was I donated the dress that has the big flower on the front. That is for free within their prom dress closet. That's a charity there for the locality. So it could be worn for prom or any other event. But we also donated them this rainbow dress 2.0 so that we can hold a charity auction for it. So many of you mentioned in my last video when I did the rainbow dress for HopeScope, you were like, I want that dress. I want to buy that dress. And obviously there was no way for us to give access to that. So this one you can buy, and 100% of the proceeds go toward this flood-ravaged community. Details about this auction will be in the pinned comment and lots of details in the video description. So let's bless this community and help them get back on their feet. All right, are you ready to see the grand reveal of Rainbow Dress 2.0? Because the pictures I just showed you, the skirt was actually not finished yet. So here goes. Let's see what she looks like. The underlayers are absolutely ethereal, are they not? The way that these fabrics interplay with the light, just gorgeous. So much sparkle. And there's that lace, the actual lace that was used with HopeScope's rainbow dress. Very well-defined waist. There's all that lace work that we did around the neckline. The extra beads. There's no missing beads now. She just sparkles, doesn't she? There is that corset back. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Now the lace that we added on there, that really textured lace that you see, that is worth hundreds of dollars a yard. That is not just a cheap lace that you find at a craft store. All of it is hand beaded by artisans and embroiderers. This is not a normal dress that you could just buy in a store. So again, if you want to learn all these techniques and follow along as I make these changes to the dresses, join the membership. That'll be so much fun. We do a call every week. I love the lights out footage when you can really see it sparkle. And here is that finished hem design that we did. We made it asymmetrical, just like the first rainbow dress, how it kind of came up a little bit more on one side than the other. It's very Disney, isn't it? Kind of reminds you of a princess or something. So we added lots of extra purple under there. There's even purple satin under there. We added some horsehair braid. So there's lots of fullness, many, many layers to this dress, and every layer is sparkly and special in her own way, just like whoever is going to wear this dress. Can you imagine it being your senior year and your house gets washed away or destroyed, your road is washed out, your school is closed for months? It was just like one horrible thing after another for this community. And I'm just hoping that all of these sparkles can help put some sparkle back in their eyes. Please share this video, share it on Facebook, Instagram, text it to friends, whatever you need to do, but let it spread far and wide so we can get it in the right hands of the right person. The size is approximately 12, 14, but of course it could always just be altered to fit. Thank you for visiting my bridal sewing cottage today. Don't forget, I'm a bridal sewing professional who makes learning to sew easy. Hit subscribe so you don't lose track of me.